Rabani. Ya Rijal, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah al-aliyyil azim. Amma, das ist mal Sidi Mohammed. Ich denke, wer war dieser lange, dieser irre Ali, das war er. Jonas. Dann kam noch ein langer. أهلا وسهلا أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Also wir haben unseren Bruder Götz, sein Name ist Götz, er ist hier zu uns geführt worden, so wie wir beide heute festgestellt haben. Und er möchte das, was in seinem Herzen passiert ist, nämlich, dass er an Allah glaubt, an den einzigen Herrn und an den einzigen Schöpfer, an den Schöpfer glaubt und an Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, den letzten Propheten, glaubt und an alle Propheten. Das hat sich vollzogen in seinem Herzen und das will er heute Abend hier vor uns bekennen, dieses Zeugnis ablegen. Das ist eine große Gnade und es ist wie eine zweite Geburt sozusagen. Wer das macht, der beginnt sozusagen ein neues Leben, so wie er, als er geboren worden war zum ersten Mal. Als er geboren worden war, das Kind, das ist unschuldig. Natürlich. Ein weißes Blatt Papier. Ja, und dann langsam von den Eltern kommen die Flecken rauf langsam. Und die Leute tun ihre Flecken da drauf. Alles die Flecken von den Leuten. Das Kind selber hat es nicht. Bringt es auch nicht mit. Und alles, unsere Flecken sind alles Flecken, ja, die wir zugedeckt worden sind. Sprichst du eigentlich Englisch?
Ja.
Ja, ne? Kein Problem, ne?
Mhm.
Yeah. We were saying that our brother Götz, he came to make Shahada actually. He was guided and it happened in his heart. It's always like this, it happened in the heart, it's already happened and accepted by Allah. Then comes a step to say it in front of witnesses, which is a special blessing, a special barakah, a special blessing for him and for us. And it's like if somebody is doing this, like a second birth. The first birth, when we came on this world, we were totally innocent. The soul was totally clean, totally white paper. 7 days, 8 days, we are in connection with heavens. You can see with the babies, 7 days, they are just their movements and their face, and you can see that they are in connection with angels and heavenly beings, and nothing else. Then after 8 days, slowly coming from parents, the darkness from parents and from society or whatever, people coming, putting, and that is wisdom. There is wisdom from Allah also for that. If it wouldn't be like this, it would die also. Die means going happily to Allah directly, without living. One's meant to live here, okay, and then you have to have ego and everything. Manager Sultan, when we are speaking, this is a tradition. Anyone can speak, it doesn't matter. But one must speak, one of us, and then there's listeners. That is a tradition, that is a rule, like a rule. Because we hope that that one who is speaking, that the Sheikh who is present in this meeting, that is what we believe and we were promised also, that he is going through the heart of the speaker somehow, and also at the same time and same moment through the hearts of everyone. Yes, how he is, it's not our question how he's doing it, but it's like this. And we are saying, yes, we are believing. And that is why we are saying medet. Medet means help. We are asking help, support, spiritual support. We are asking support from our Sheikh for such a meeting to be fruitful, to be beneficial. And it is beneficial, mashallah. Doesn't matter what we are saying, even presence in the heart, even we say nothing, doesn't matter also. But the hearts, they get something, knowing or not knowing also. And what we are going to say a few minutes is that like you and all others, they are here, first of all, because of love. Some love, or aspect of love. That is the main thing. There is, at some point, an attraction, and through this attraction, you are attracted. As Götz, he was coming to Sufi Soul, I was very happy about this, because there's always critics. Sometimes they're saying, well, Sufi Soul, no, what is this? Music, no spirituality. No, you are, we are here. We have better Dergah, we are very spiritual, not such things. I say, okay, you are right, yes, but one coming, one in 20 years doesn't matter. There is more than 1 in 20 years. I say it's enough. It's enough for this festival. Even 50 years, one coming through this event, I say, Alhamdulillah, was okay. You see? So, why this happened? Because he was telling me today, we had this today, we were talking today, and he said, what I felt in this festival, love. He felt in this festival love, and that was the point. That was the point, that he was attracted. You see? Alaykum salam. He was attracted. That is important. That is the first thing. We have to understand that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He created everything out of love. And the name of his beloved prophet. We are saying he is the last prophet and the first prophet and the last prophet, first created, last appearing in this world. He called him and he calls him Habibullah, my beloved one, beloved one. All the prophets, they have some names. Isa, Jesus, he is Ruhullah, Spirit of God. Ibrahim is Khalilullah, is friend of God. Musa, Kalimullah, word of God, speaking of God, and so on. They had names. The name of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Habibullah. Habib is the highest, most intimate, most intense, intimate, most near Habib, beloved. There's not anything more. And that describes that everything, and he created at some point, you will find the saying that in the holy books and the holy traditions that Allah created this creation for him. That is something spiritual. We take it, we accept it. That he created the creation for him, so to say. So that everything praises God and praises also Sayyidina Muhammad. And the beginning and also the end is the love for this prophet because of this. Not only for us, for everything what is created. And now for us to look at the history, to see how the companions of the prophet, his relatives, his friends, his brothers, finally they were brothers. When Islam came, they were all brothers and sisters. How they believed the prophet, who was from their midst, from that society, which were idolaters. They had statues, and they had also Allah, but they had also statues. They had also God at some point, but then they had so many statues for this, for that, I pray for this, for that, and for their busyness. They had their festivals, they had their drinking, their dancing, their festivals, their economy, you can say. Or today you'd say economy. Now coming someone who was just from them, and one day he's saying, he was already going to hide or in a cave. Every year he was going for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months sometimes. He was going in a cave. He was from Hanif, from the Hanifs. Hanif, there was a group then, that time, that Hanif, they were believing in one God. Believing in one God. There were some Christians, some Jewish, and others, just Arabs, also Hanif. They believed in this, and they believed in one God. And yes. He was like this, known as a Hanif, let's say, and he went a lot of time in Khilwat. We say Khilwat, that is solitude, long time. When he was 40 years old, coming first revelation, appearing Jibril alayhi salam, Gabriel, Erzengel Gabriel, the Archangel Jibril, and bringing, coming, and Prophet was really full of fear, because it was such a appearance that you cannot describe, you cannot feel. If you see, you die. But he was prepared, but he didn't want to, because he said, read, Ikra, or recite, or say, Ikra. And he said, what? I cannot, and he was refusing the Prophet 3 times, and he was pressing him, it is said. He was pressing him that he felt bad, worse every time, almost dying. After the 3rd time, this Archangel Gabriel, he said, read in the name of your Lord. Bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. Who created you? Read in his name. That moment opened. That moment opened, Prophet said, it was opened and he received this Ikra Bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq. He was able to receive first revelation, and he was, of course, totally shocked, and he was shivering and coming down the mountain and going directly to his wife and saying, please cover me up, give me a blanket. And then, long story, we may read, all of us, once a year you should read the Sirat al-Nabi. And this way of the life of Prophet, this is very well documented. Everyone should read it once in a year, because it's very, very good. And so, like this it happened, and people, there were some Christians, they knew this, they were waiting for this Prophet, it was in their prophecy. They said, yes, that is right, all the signs perfect. And so it started the thing, and slowly, one after the other, believers, they are coming. Why they come? Why they believe him? Because they love him. Even before revelation, it was not a thing, the revelation now, yes, it was a big thing. But they loved him before. He was always beloved in the society. He was called Muhammad al-Amin before also. Muhammad al-Amin means Muhammad the trustworthy. Muhammad the trustworthy. Because he was known never to break any promise, never to miss an appointment. He was known that one appointment he was waiting for 3 days. Not 5 minutes, 3 days. He was waiting for he was known like this. And everyone who would go on the travel for the caravan to make business, he gave his belongings to him. Please look. He was so totally calm, totally sure. Like this, and he has, and his Wesen, his personality, his being in his personality was so lovely and so bright and so shining and so perfect that the people, they just cannot help it. You love him, you see, and you fall in love. And then you believe that person. That is the beginning. That is the beginning. That love. And the teaching, his teaching, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The first 10 years, you can say, more or less, of course there's a lot of teaching, but the main point of the teaching in the first time in Mecca was La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La means no, ilaha, God, illa, except Allah. There is no God but Allah. There is no existence. There is no existence but that one of Allah Almighty. Because this is only existence. Existence, real existence, reality means never finishing existence. An existence which is finishing, we don't call existence. We call it, if you like, temporary existence, you can say. You can say temporary kind of existence, but it's not existence, no. It's not existence. It's illusion, actually. Yeah? But you may through this temporary existence may manifest the truth and is manifesting the truth, showing the truth, leading to truth, like a mirror. Yes? That is. And so they follow him. They say, La ilaha illallah, and you are the Prophet, Muhammad Rasul. And they become Muslim. And they follow him. And then, after that love, big love, what is coming? The test. Test is coming. As is said by God Almighty, I test you. And actually, really, I created you only for testing. I created your life and your death to test you. Do you believe in me, or you throw it away under pressure? This is what happened. And this happened very quickly. There were Muslims, they were persecuted. 3 years they were boycotted, they had nothing to eat. They put stones on their stomach. Prophet also, big stone here, never eating anything. And everyone was giving to the other first, not first eating. Like this they were. And it was difficult times. This was a test after. And through all this coming the teaching, through life. This is live teaching. Never Prophet making a lecture or I don't know what lecture or a speech like this. No, his teaching was in life. From minute to minute, second to second, hour to hour, week to week, day and night. This is a teaching, to be with him. They watched everything from the Prophet. They watched it. They watched it. They were eager for every movement, for every blinking of an eye from the Prophet in the moment, from his smiling, from his breathing, from his going, from his how he is going, how he is moving, what he's saying, why he is silent, what is everything. They were eager and they kept it, until today. They kept it pure, clean, perfect, up to date. Allah, and this is what God wants. Because they kept it in their heart. And they had methods to keep it in their heart. They were controlling their hearts. Up to date, you have it. Nobody, no shaitan can change these things. So you know how bright he was, how lovely he was, how his eyes, the color of his eyes, how his beard, how his hair he was wearing up to here with a thing, Scheitel, yes, how broad his shoulders, how high he was, exactly, his arm length, how he was going, how he was looking, how he was smiling, he was speaking, no, he was not speaking, everything you know. Where was this mole, where was the sign between his shoulders, everything, they kept it. And it was God's will to have such a prophet to be here. When you read this, he's in front of you. I said to him today, I don't repeat. In Tatort, yeah, they are saying, paint a phantom. Yes, you are witness for something, paint a phantom. Then he paints a phantom. From Hadith, you can paint a perfect phantom paint. No? Yes, you can paint exactly painting from the Prophet. You see, this is truth, and you cannot change it. It's like the sun shining on the sky. People, they are not accepting. Shaitan managed to make not the people to accept. From the beginning, there were people not accepting because they didn't want to change. First of all, they didn't want to change their own personality, their ego was in danger. They didn't want this. And also society and everything what is connected with the ego, they didn't want to change. Very simple. And this is same today. So they deny. What they can do? Deny. Only deny. Because the truth you cannot. Yes, it's so clear if you are looking. We had priests, we were speaking with a priest. A nice priest, very nice, open priest. He said, after some, stop. No, you must stop. Because if you go on, I have to become Muslim. But I am a priest. I have the house here, the far house, the priest house, and everything, and housemaid, and everything, very nice, no. Thank you very much. Yes, I agree, but now it's enough. Yes, there is a reason that they don't want to give away empower Christians generally, they make crusaders and all the history. But it is clear. It is clear. And to finish it, now there is outward tradition, you can say. The ulema, the learned ones, which in former times, in the time of Prophet and first and second and third generation, tabi'in, yes, after third generation, the alims, the recognized learned ones, they were also awliyas, normally. Because they wouldn't accept, anyone would not accept if that person, he is a learned one, and he has some character problems. No way. Was not followed, not listened. That later, unfortunately, came down and it happened. Corruption happened, but that time not. So there's two knowledges from the Prophet that we have from one Abu Huraira radiallahu anhu, who said there's two knowledges I get from the Prophet. One I can tell everyone, and one I cannot. That is only for me in that moment. If I tell you, you would cut my throat. It was very, very strong saying that there is two knowledges. Yes, one is general, and one is special. You get it for you. The Prophet gives to that one, according to his capacity to take. This method and this principle didn't change. This, because that secret, the secret knowledge, big secret knowledge, he gave to Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, before he passed away, Prophet Muhammad, he gave it to the first Khalifa, the first follower. It was Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, the first Khalifa. He gave it to him. And Abu Bakr, radiallahu anhu, on his side, before he passed away, he gave it to someone. That is not lost. That is coming up to our Sheikh, to Sheikh Muhammad Nazim, and then he passed away 4 years ago, and then to Sheikh Muhammad. That is very important. Yes, that is why I'm saying this, that you have to, this love, what you felt here, when you were here in the Sufi Soul Festival, is just coming from Sheikh Muhammad Nazim al-Akari. Or from Sheikh Muhammad also, since 2 years. Yes, that is through him. Doesn't matter, but it is from them. Nobody can claim, I'm the one. No. We are all servants, and also weak servants, unfortunately, doing mistakes all the time. But that love, that is a gift. That is really a gift and an opening. That is coming from the Sheikh. Always. It's not changing. That is why I'm saying this is very important, to take a connection with the Sheikh. Yes, in the time of Prophet was the same. You can say that the Prophet was the first Sheikh, if you like. Yes, the master, so to say. And they say to him, Ashhadu an, I believe in God, I believe that you are the Prophet. Yeah, they said this to him. And then they gave, after they gave this Be'at, we say Be'at, this oath of faith, you can say, yes? They gave this to him, yes? And it is, this principle didn't change. It was transmitted up to date. Today you have a Sheikh, and we said this today, we were saying today, you need this is very important. The Muslims lost it, mostly, they lost this thing, and that is why they are staying in a very difficult situation and difficult state, and we hope, inshallah, they find someone to guide them, you know, that is very important. Without that you cannot do. Yes. So we do this now, inshallah, yes? Good. Wir machen jetzt, wir sagen Shahada, inshallah, ich spreche vor. Also, kannst du ja kurz rüberkommen hier vorne. Kannst du kurz das Ding nehmen da? Brauchst du nicht, nee, brauchst du nicht extra. Nimm einfach in die Hand. Das ist nur, damit die Leute, damit wir hier alle das hören können. Wir sind Zeugen deiner Bezeugung. Hat er schon erklärt, inshallah, und ich sage es langsam. Ashadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashadu anna Muhammada Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ashadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashadu anna Sayyidina Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu wa habibuhu sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Ashadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashadu anna Sayyidina Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu wa habibuhu sallallahu alayhi wasallam. مولانا هاتين شهادتين كلمتين إنك يا رسول الله وهي له ودية يوم القيامة. We are asking, Ya our Lord, from we are asking from our brother Abdul Samad. Abdul Samad. Das ist der Name, der gerade gekommen ist. Abdul Samad heißt Diener des Ewigen. Samad, sehr, sehr wichtiger Name, ist in der Sura. Ahad, Samad, das erklärt ich wieder. Samad ist ewig und unabhängig, total unabhängig. Samad. Abdul Samad, wir bitten dich, ja Allah, schütze, nimm diese Shahada von unserem Bruder Abdul Samad an und tu sie in die Schatztruhe von Rasulullah Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bis für einen Zeitpunkt, wann auch immer, wie auch immer, wenn er es braucht. Und Allahumma thabitu ala al-haq, thabitu al-haq, thabitu quluna ala al-haq. Ja Allah, mach ihn fest auf dem, make him firm on the way of truth, make him firm on the way of truth, make all of us firm on the way of truth. Ya Allah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin ila hadratin nabiy sallallahu alaihi wasallam wa jami'a anbiya'i wa awliya Hassan al-Hashagan, خصوصا شونك شفرق ويسر البخاري سلطان شيخ عبد الله فيصل حسن شيخ محمد ناظم ولكان الرباني شيخ محمد آل كبرسي الرباني والصديقيون الفاتحة.
Bless you.
مبروك مبروك ما شاء الله.